Well, hello and welcome again. I'm glad that you're with us as we continue our chronological read through of the Bible. Yesterday, we read about the call of Ezekiel, the prophet. We read about his first vision. And then we saw this action prophecy that he was to deliver to God's people to tell them about the coming siege of Jerusalem. Today in chapter 5, we have another action prophecy of Ezekiel using his cut off hair and his cut off beard to demonstrate how God will punish his people for defiling his temple. Yahweh will withdraw from them until his fury about them is spent. Then in chapter 6, the word of the Lord comes again to Ezekiel, telling him to prophesy to the mountains, which is where the altars associated with Israel's idolatry are. Once again, God will destroy his people in the midst of those altars, though a remnant will be left. And that remnant left will experience true contrition. Once again, in chapter 7, the word of the Lord comes to Ezekiel and announces the end of Israel herself. No gold or silver will save her. Those who do not die by the sword will die by famine and deprivation. Again, that's kind of been a common theme. Ezekiel is told to forge a chain to symbolize that Israel will be led into captivity. God will do as he declared, and the people will know that he alone is God. Now, chapter 8 addresses the abandonment by God of the temple in Jerusalem. It's hard to overstate the importance of this to the Jew as they're coming to understand, how fed up God is with their unfaithfulness. Ezekiel sees four great abominations, or he's shown four great abominations. The first, the image of jealousy, it's kind of hard to understand, but I guess I take it to indicate the wayward hearts of Israel and Judah that cause them to distance themselves from the temple that they really should love with all their heart and soul and mind. Second abomination clearly represents idols that the people worship in secret. Yes, even the 70 elders of Israel, which is surely a reference to the ubiquitous nature of the syncretism in Judah, are guilty of this. The third abomination, women weeping for Tammuz, again refers to an idol, but you might notice that as we move closer and closer to the Holy of Holies, so also this practice of idolatry is becoming more and more into the open. We know very little about Tammuz, but that doesn't really matter. It's the idolatry and the unfaithfulness that it shows that that's the abomination. The final abomination occurs right in front of the Holy of Holies and seems to include worshiping the sun, filling the land with violence, which would include not caring for the people as they should, and then sticking the branch up my nose, Yahweh's nose, whatever it is that that means. It's not really clear, but clearly it had something to do with it had something to do that was very offensive to people at the time. Yahweh shows Ezekiel all of these things and he declares, enough is enough. I will act on my wrath. I will have no pity. Though they cry out, I will not hear them. Once again, I thank you for being with us as we are being with me as we take a look at these readings. And again, I hope that some of these words spoken before are helpful to you in understanding as you do your reading. Look forward to joining with you again the next time.